Hello everyone, Josh here with Enemy Impact. We're going to get some more Epic 7, and today we got a huge update. Now this update will be taking place after the maintenance tomorrow. So we're going to be getting a new challenge event, Rampage and Kiki Rat version 2. So this bad boy is actually going to be our next free-to-play, major free-to-play unit that we can actually get. Now, you can collect 2- and 3-star versions of this guy depending on if you're in normal mode or hard mode. The probabilities are 12% for normal and 28% for hard. So what makes this guy really, really good is he's going to be a tank. He's going to be an amazing tank. I expect a lot of you free-to-plays and casuals and maybe even some of the whales to actually rock this guy in their main team because he's actually very, very decent. I'm actually pretty surprised of how good he is. Now, you won't even be able to unlock this guy until, of course, you even beat Stage 6-1 of Story. Otherwise, you won't be able to unlock the challenge mode of the battle section of the game. So keep that in mind as well. You are going to have to beat at least Stage 6-1 in Story. Let's see here. So upon finishing the battle, players will receive EXP, Stigma, and Gold. Additionally, players will have a random chance to get a Lesser Charm equipment or 3-star Rampage and Kiki Rat. So the Kiki Rat is definitely what you're wanting to farm in this event as best as possible. There is a video demonstration right here showing him in action. I'm not going to show that here on this video because it'll make it too long. I will have the link in the description below so you guys can check out all that good juicy stuff for yourself. This is the Kiki Rat right here, the Kiki Rat version 2. Now, you can promote this guy. You cannot use this guy for promotion. You can see it right here. Players cannot use this hero as an ingredient when enhancing or promoting other heroes. So keep that in mind. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do that. But you can promote himself, enhance himself, using himself as material. I know I said himself a lot, but it's true. So you can easily make this guy as powerful as you possibly can. I would definitely grind this guy out to get him into at least, you know, a 5-star, maybe even a 6-star because the resources may be there. It depends how hard you're going to grind for the guy. But since you can use himself as, you know, as enhanced fodder and as promotional fodder, I feel like it might be a good time to definitely take this time and take advantage, full advantage of this event and definitely get this guy as high as possible. His skills are auto fire, defense mode, which is his passive, and cleaning mode. His first attack is basically 50% chance to debuff to do one dispel of a debuff. He also does damage increase proportional to his defense. So this guy is definitely going to want a defensive set on him. Let's see here. His passive increases basically increases his defense for 3% every time he attacks, up to 5 times. So a maximum of 15% throughout an entire battle. So, I mean, his defense is just going to be insane. He's just going to be an absolute tank. Now, we're not going to talk about his third move before Awaken. We're going to talk about after Awaken. And what I mean by Awaken, that means you're going to awaken him 3 times, and then he'll get that skill amp. As you notice, a lot of your characters that you've awakened on their third awaken, they get a skill amp. It's usually one of the 3 skills that they have that's being amped. Well, in his case, it's going to be his final skill, which has a cooldown of 4. So we're going to talk about what it is after Awaken, because that's the only time it's going to really matter. So he's going to fire indiscriminately at all enemies with a 60% chance to decrease hit chance for 1 turn before triggering counterattacks. Yes, counterattacks for 2 turns. Damage dealt increases proportional to the caster's defense. So this guy is going to be an absolute monster. I'm very happy about that. And it's going to be a free-to-play unit. It's going to be a really, really good tank. And he's a light element. So that is also pretty cool as well. All right. Number 2, villager drop rate up. Not going to really talk about that. You guys know how that works. That's going to go until 11/28. You're just going to have, you know, a drop rate up for Vildred, which I happily was able to pull a couple days ago off of my free daily single summon. My first 5-star that I've ever pulled in this entire game that was a character outside of my initial 30 rerolls. So very cool. Hero balancing changes and bug fixes. I'm not going to go through all these. This will take forever. But just so you know, Vildred's sweep will now have a 13% increase in attack. So his first attack will be much better. He's also going to be getting an amp on his dancing blade, which is awesome. So yes, Vildred's getting an amp. I love it because I just pulled him. I know some of you don't have them yet, but if you do have them, you're going to get a boost. Rose is also getting a boost. I'm not really too happy with her boost. It's kind of a lackluster boost for me. I don't feel like, I mean, she did gain a barrier. Which, I mean, I guess is all right. And she gained 15% on her readiness and 1 less cooldown for her Goddess of Victory, which is her final move, which is fine, I guess, but it wasn't really the boost I wanted for Rose. Rose really needed an attack amp because she hits like a pillow. She's a pretty okay tank, but she just has no good debuffing or buffing or anything like that. Honestly, her 15% readiness increasing is all she can do, and it's just not enough, I don't feel. Poor Rose. She still looks like a bae, though. I mean, let's be honest. Mercedes getting a massive boost. Increase the damage dealt by 3 times when there are 3 or fewer enemies. So, wow. 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 Okay? She's also getting a boost to her Dimensional Rupture. Attacks all enemies with a massive light sphere. When there are 3 or fewer enemies, damage dealt increases as enemies become fewer. So that is the move that is getting boosted. So, wow. 3 times. By 3 times! Yo, Nani, put some attack sets on her and some crits and watch her go. Especially if you have that 5-star artifact that allows her to stun. Like, OMG. Mercedes! Alright. Rin also got an amp here. Wanderer Silk, not Original Silk, unfortunately, but Wanderer Silk is getting an amp here. She's one of the Moonlight summons. You got Guider Aether, Challenger Dominial, Falconer Clury, and Judith. I don't want to go through all of these because it would take forever. Azalea. We also got Mukacha is also getting amped. We got Carrot. Some love for Carrot. Hirado. And we're getting some content balance adjustments. Challenge is going to be going from the hard and hell difficulty has increased by 25% and 50% respectively for dropping charms. So that's cool for that. Abyss is now going to give you 50% more gold and less stigma, but that's okay because Dispatch is now going to give you 2 times the amount of stigma. So, you know, I love that. I love more gold, and Dispatch are really easy. You could do that off to the side and not even, you know, it's not really even a big deal. Increased 2-star monster drop rates has been increased, doubled. I'm okay with that, I guess. More fodder for you guys. Other improvements and bug fixes. We got the issue where it says his HP gauge was abnormal. That has been, you know, fixed. There's some other slight bug fixes there. Nothing really of note that's like really, oh my god. One thing, though, is the effect of Shooting Star Achatis attack magic design will be enhanced. Now, what's weird is they don't include that in the top list of other character buffs, so I'm not really sure what the increase will be. But yeah, Shooting Star Achatis did get a magic design enhancement, so whatever. And that, of course, is another Moonlight summon if you guys weren't aware. There is one debuff, I should say, or one slight nerf, and I believe that is to Arrowell's defensive position move, where after Awakening he could hit for 100% provoke. Now it's 75%, so there you go. A little nerf there, I guess, for you guys. Hazel's special effects text has been modified to look more appealing. Yep, they made her special effect text to look clear, crisp, and beautiful, I guess. Artifacts. Some of the artifacts had some issues. It looks like they weren't showing things, or they weren't doing the buffs or damage output they were meant to. So they've resolved that for Time's Matter and Water's Origin. They now have a new setup for battle. The team that the player selected will automatically be chosen the next time they enter the battle arena. So it's just a little quality of life type of thing. There's some other slight bug changes with stealth targets and invisible targets and invincible targets. So they made a few bug changes for those. We also got some monster things there. A lot of this with the monsters really has to do with Abyss Floor 56 Plus. So if you guys aren't even nowhere near there, none of these will even matter to you, which I don't think a lot of majority of global players are even near Floor 56. If you are, you're a whale, and more power to you. Arena, the strength of NPC enemies, Yuna and Cecilia, have been reduced. The issue where if a player tried to leave battle during the middle of an active skill twice or more, an error message would display has been corrected. So they amp them. They amp the total inventory space if you use Sky Stones to increase it for both hero and equipment, and now it goes from 200 to 250. Equipment goes from 350 to 400. The price does not appear to have changed. It's still 20 for heroes and 15 Sky Stones for equipment. They made a few quality of life adjustments to UI, which you guys can gladly read through all those if you want. If you're a big UI nut, I am actually a UI designer. Which is kind of funny, but a lot of these are more not so much UI design changes, but they're more probably UI placement and functionality changes. So again, just more quality of life changes, which I love to see that. Guild, only guild captain, vice captains will have access to the guild administration settings, which I figured that's always was the case. Maybe there was a bug and people could get into it somehow. Improve the guild menu and text selection for the player's convenience. Well, thank you so much. Summon, the issue where a player receives a hero and cannot see their animation has been fixed. And the same thing with their voice lines. If it was the character that they received for the first time ever, it's a new character and they weren't getting the voice lines, that has also been corrected. And again, all the UI and other small changes. And we are getting a new side story, Eulogy for a Saint. So all of that will be coming very, very soon. The update will be live tomorrow after the maintenance on Thanksgiving for a lot of us over here. I know a lot of you don't. I know everyone in the world doesn't celebrate it, but for me over here personally, we will be. So a lot of big things coming to the game. A lot of big changes. Mercedes got a big boost. Vildred got a big boost. You know, if you guys are running Wanderer Silk and et cetera, a lot of different other characters got a buff. So that's really cool. We got a new big free-to-play tank coming to the game that you can grind for. And we also got a new side story on the way with some other quality of life changes. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. I tried to make it as quick as possible to get through it. Make sure you subscribe if you want some more Epic 7 content, as well as my other content I do on the channel. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, so I thank you all so much for that, for the support. Drop a like below if you did. Comment below what you guys think about these changes. Are you excited? I will leave the link in the description below for this page. You guys can check it out yourself. And don't forget to join us in the Discord as well, so we can keep the conversation going even when the video ends. And you guys can ask any questions and stuff like that you may have in there. We're a pretty helpful community, I feel. Until next time, I'll catch you guys all later. Peace.